This week's mutation is called Opportunities Unleashed, and we have 3 mutators active on this opportunities. It's Power Overwhelming, Barrier, and Speed Freaks. So, mastery allocations, we have a research cost reduction, Hyperion cooldown, and mech attack speed. So we're expecting a mech build here from CTG. And for Han Horner, we have Strikefire AoE damage, the double salvage chance, and Magmine air fleet distance. So we're expecting a stronger reliance on the Magmines and a little bit on the air fleet. Now, one of the things that makes this mutator a little bit difficult is the initial attack wave. Most mutations are difficult because the first attack wave tends to be really strong. Once you have a full-fledged army, then the mission becomes a little bit easier. So over here we have a set of Magmines that have come down, aggroing. The Zealot seems to have spotted one of the Magmines, takes that out. But so what we can see here is these Magmines are just going to be sitting here, and they'll be there to deal with the first attack wave. We already have an expansion that's taken from Han Horner, and we have an expansion here on Raynor's side as well. Production-wise, nothing too special. We have a barracks coming out for Raynor, and we have an assault galleon that will be made to try and clear this expansion for Han Horner. So what we have here is Raynor is floating his barracks towards these Magmines. So the goal here is that the barracks will land and will draw aggro of the attack wave, and the Magmines will end up killing the attack wave as soon as it starts attacking the barracks here. Now this is very useful when you have attack waves that move really fast, because what tends to happen is the attack wave will end up running past the Magmines, and the Magmines do not end up killing the attack wave. So we have another emergency set of Magmines over here. These Magmines are there just to draw aggro of the Adepts, as you can see over here. They're drawing aggro, and Barrier actually soaks up a lot of the damage here. So we have another 2 sets of Magmines that will go down, and hopefully that will deal with this next attack wave. Expansion has already been set up here for Han Horner, and Raynor is also working on the same way. So there's only one last Adept that is left, and there's very little HP left on this Adept. So this barracks is going to make its way back to the base. Over here we have a second command center coming down for Raynor, and we have Banshee Airstrike coming down here to take and clear the gas rocks and the main rocks. The Adept comes out over here, and now it starts to get DPS down by this bot. This bot actually does have a small turret. I don't know if it'll be easy to see. There you go, you can kind of see the turret over there. So it does deal damage, but it does not deal a lot of damage. It deals, I think, about 1 DPS. So don't think about using it for DPS, but if you have a little bit of cleanup, especially Zerglings, then you can do that and use it to clear. This bot is now making its way towards the first bonus objective. We have a set of Magmines that are going down here, just try and deal to provide some kind of defense here. First attack wave spawns, and this Zealot is still working its way on the bot, but Hyperion comes down now and starts to clear out this. Magmines have also cleared out some of this area. We have these assault galleons that have just finished clearing up these gas rocks. These rocks are also cleared up, and both expansions now will be taken. We have another set of Adepts over here. Hyperion is able drops a Yamato cannon, but it gets intercepted by the defensive drone here. But eventually, this force here that will just go down. Bot seems okay. We have a few Reapers over here now, and they just go clean up the Stalker. Hyperion teleports forward just to start weakening this next area. So Hyperion goes down, sentries go and take out what's left of this defensive drone. Production-wise, everything seems okay. Han Horner is getting their the Reaper upgrades, and Raynor is powering up, going into the factory, getting an engineering bay down, and getting some siege tanks now. So the siege tanks are going to be really good for static defense. So essentially what's going to happen here is this area is going to be fortified with siege tanks and with Magmines. Additionally, also we have strike fire platforms coming down for Han Horner. Unfortunately, the number of strike fire platforms here are going to be glitched, so it'll always read 0. Unfortunately, that is a limitation of the co-op user interface. but we will have a bunch of strike fire platforms that will be coming up to also help defend against the ground forces over here. And as you can see, Raynor is starting to construct a lot of missile turrets here. These missile turrets will help deal with some of the air units that will be coming up in some of the attack waves. And now we also have a bunch of Widow Mines coming up from Handhorner. Handhorner is getting the Widow Mine upgrades as well. So Widow Mines with the Mag Mines, with the Siege Tanks, with the missile turrets should be sufficient enough defense for holding this next set of attack waves. And we have the Neo Steel Bunker, the Neo Steel Frame upgrades as well coming up for Raynor. So Raynor is going to have a full static defense build coming up here.
Our allies are being attacked.
Again, we have a bunch of Mag Mines. There's a time warp that goes down on the Mag Mines. It does slow the arming time of the Mag Mines, but it's not really a big deal. First attack wave comes up, mostly gets wiped by the Mag Mines, and whatever's left just gets cleared up by the leftover Reapers. So the emphasis over here is going to be mostly Mag Mines with a few Reapers to help hold, draw aggro, and deal some damage. So Handhorner is producing now some Reapers over here, and is also making an Assault Galleon, which is now ready to go. Siege Tanks have taken their position here. Next attack wave comes up, and just gets completely shredded by the Siege Tank. Seeker Missile goes down on one of the Siege Tanks, but the Siege Tank goes down before the Seeker Missile actually hits. But there's another Siege Tank, two Siege Tanks that come up here, and this attack wave is basically cleared up. Banshee Airstrike also comes down here to deal with some damage to the attack wave. Hyperion now comes down, one Yamato Cannon, and it takes off roughly half the attack wave. Seeker Missile on the Hyperion makes absolutely no difference for it. This set of bots has been saved. There's nothing left over here. Banshees go over here to start weakening and clearing this side. Because Speed Freaks is active, the units actually can run away very, very effectively from these Banshees. Next attack wave comes down here. Hyperion has already tactical jumped over here, and a space station reallocation just comes up, wipes this attack wave. Meanwhile, the enemy units aggro this space station and basically get wiped. Hyperion teleports over here now and takes out some of the defenders in this area. Most of this area has been cleared up. There is a Seeker Missile that goes up on this Reaper. Some attempt at a split, and then it just wipes out the entire army over there. Storm comes down on the Assault Galleons. Again, it's not too big of a deal. Very important is to make sure that these Mag Mines and these Widow Mines are set up in their appropriate positions. So start to attack at this Mag Mine over there. Mag Mine does burrow, and the Siege Tanks are making their way here. Strike fire platforms take out the static defenses and whatever is left of the ground defenses over here. There's a few. That's interesting. Apparently, this thing tried to yoink the strike fire, which is a little interesting here. Small bunch of Reapers go in to just draw some of the skill energy that is available on these Void Rays. Now a bunch of Widow Mines have been burned, so these Reapers are just trying to lure them into these Widow Mines, and these Widow Mines will just clear up whatever's left of the Void Ray. Bonus objective is going to be ignored over here. It is not really worth going for the bonus objective and risking losing the entire mission here. Bonus objectives only provide 2k experience, so it's perfectly okay to skip them. And now the bots have started to make their way towards the third set of geysers, and there is an attack wave that is coming up over here. Again, a bunch of Widow Mines just instantly wipe out most of this attack wave. There's a little bit of the attack wave left, but you know, we have one adept that's just managed to survive over here. Raynor has also put down Spire Mines, so Spire Mines combined with the Mag Mines, combined with the Widow Mines and the Siege Tanks should be more than enough to be able to hold this side.
Additional supply depots required.
We have a bunch of Stalkers and Adepts, and the first part of the attack wave goes down with the number of Spire Mines that are there. Widow Mines come up and just clear up whatever is left of that attack wave. So overall, this is going relatively well. Seeker Missile does go down on the Widow Mines, but we now have a Hyperion that's come down and is going to start working and clearing the next set of geysers in preparation for the next set of bombs. There is another Warpin over there with and it seems to be focusing down these Banshees over here, but the Hyperion gets caught with the black hole And again, the Yamato cannon does get intercepted by the defensive drone, which is kind of annoying, but most of this area is gone. And this attack warp just basically gets cleared up by mag mines and widow mines on this side. We have a bunch of spire mines there that are set down, and they clean up whatever is left of this attack wave. It's kind of annoying because these little defensive drones, they are marked as red, so I keep thinking that there is an attack wave over here. There is a black hole that comes up and just catches the entire set of assault galleons, and a seeker missile that goes down. But now we have a call in the fleet that comes down to start clearing this side as well. So there is a bunch of Reavers. The Reaver gets like focused down, and they're again looking for this other Reaver here to just try and take that out. The Reavers can cause a lot of problems, especially if you have weak units like Handhorner does. The Widow Mines and the Reapers can't really take a lot of damage. So taking out these high HP, high damage targets is very important. A bunch of Wraiths now come down for a Handhorner to try and clean up whatever is left of these defensive drones. These defensive drones are interfering with Raynor and are interfering with the Assault Galleon effectiveness. Attack Wave comes up over here, Widow Mines, Spider Mines all come down, and a bunch of airstrikes also come down to clear this. We have a bunch of hybrids that are left over, but these hybrids are just going to get shredded by the Wraiths, the Reapers, and the Siege Tanks that are there.
Upgrade.
Now that this area has been cleared, whatever is left, there are a few defensive drones on this side. These things will also be cleared at some point. These things will skill you also, so if you see these defensive drones, like, do clear them because they will actually skill you. And they can cast secret missiles and all sorts of nasty stuff on you. So, hybrid over here. Now both armies are going to start pushing towards the western set of geysers over here. Magmines come down, and this is, again, in preparation for the next part. There's a Seeker missile that goes down on the Siege Tank. Siege Tank gets pulled away, but is not able to avoid that Seeker missile. Void Ray is just working its way here on the Siege Tanks. Void Ray goes down. So there's a lot of salvage over here, but both armies are interested in fortifying this position. So you can see we have a ton of missile turrets that are coming up to deal with the air units, and we have a bunch of spire mines that are set up on this side as well to just deal with any of the ground units. Mag mines are going to be not the mag mines, sorry, the widow mines are going to be moving, and they're going to park themselves on the spawn point over here. There's a spawn point over there, which is very, very useful. Hyperion comes down, takes out that hybrid, and we have another bunch of missile turrets that are coming down on that side. So we have widow mines on here to deal with the spawn points here. And we have another bunch of Widow Mines on this side as well. Hyperion teleports over and just starts to clean up whatever's left of that side. That side was initially that side was cleared up by calling the fleet and some airstrikes, so there should be very very few units left on that side. And Hyperion is just going to start cleaning up those units over there. I believe the SCVs over there have been. I think the intent was to throw those SCVs away. I believe that... I think so. I think that was the intent. Just throw those SCVs away. And now we have these areas completely held down. So there was probably an attack over there that got cleared up by the spire mines. But we have spire mines, widow mines on this side, and next attack wave up here. We have widow mines to deal with this side, and then we have a bunch of mag mines as well. The mag mines do tend to miss, so important to try and draw aggro with them, but again, Strike Fire comes up, cleans up whatever's left on that side. We have the Napalm upgrade now coming up for the Strike Fires as well, and Raynor is getting the upgrades for his Siege Tanks as well. Next attack wave comes up from this side, and these Magmine hits are like significantly better here. These Magmines essentially wipe out whatever's left of the attack wave. And over here, this attack wave just gets completely smashed by the Spire Mines that Raynor has put down. We have mag mines on this side, widow mines on this side. No spire mines until they're a little bit closer to the missile turrets, but we do have widow mines on this side. Next attack wave comes up over there, and again, same idea. Widow mines just wipe most of this attack wave. There's a little bit of stuff there, but again, no big deal. Handhorner widow mines are not really made for sustainability. They're made to be lost eventually because enemies have a lot of detection, so it's just inevitable you're going to lose your widow mines. And again, another attack we're coming up on this side. This time Spire Mines are ready, and Spire Mines will essentially clear... Spire Mines do a lot of damage, So Spire Mines and the Strike Fires are able to clear whatever is left of that attack wave. So we have another Warpin over here. Same idea. Spire Mines are just going to aggro and essentially wipe out most of this stuff. There are a bunch of Phoenixes over here, which obviously the Spire Mines do not deal with very effectively. But we have an air army over here for Hand Horner, and Hand Horner takes up the rest of this stack wave with no problem. And Raynor over here with his Hyperion has essentially cleared this side as well. This area is completely cleared now and is ready for spawn camping. Very important thing on this mission is if you are able to spawn camp, it makes the mission significantly easier than trying to move your army around back and forth. There's a hybrid over here on this side. The hybrid just casts a storm on these Widow Mines. I think he only gets one of those Widow Mines though. Siege tanks just auto attack him and the hybrid just goes down. So again, I keep thinking there's an attack wave here. There's a defensive drone here, which is being marked on the mini-map. I believe there's an observer on that side that just casted a black hole and a time warp on Raynor's army, I think. I think that's what happened. But again, this area has been cleared, this mini base here. So Raynor is going to put down his missile turrets, and that'll help with spawn camping the air units. One thing to note is if you do want to clear this map, make sure you clear the space, otherwise the space is going to produce workers, and these workers are just going to rebuild everything. A lot of people I've seen on the random queue forget that this base exists, and they just try to clear this base, and eventually they come back 5 minutes later and the whole base has been rebuilt, and then they are very upset. We have Widow Mines are also parked over here. Spire Mines will also be going down from the Vultures. And we have Missile Turrets, Widow Mines, and Spire Mines on this side too. And we have Widow Mines and significantly more Spire Mines and Siege Tanks on this side. So all in all, this should be pretty well locked down. The only place that has not been, the only spawn point that has not been guarded is this area here. There's a spawn point, I think there's 2 spawn points in this location, roughly in the same area. So that area will need to be defended. The final wave of bots has just spawned over here, so it's going to be maybe about 30 seconds before they start working their way through. There is a lot of siege tanks here for Raynor, so he has 39 siege tanks out and 58 SCVs. I think most of these SCVs are just here to like repair and build. Yeah. Yeah, so observers over here, because you can't really see the observers, they will cast abilities on the siege tanks, which makes it a little annoying. First attack wave spawns over here. Black hole goes down on the Widow Mines, but the attack wave has essentially died already. I believe there was another... Yeah, there's another attack wave over here. As you can see, like, it's so difficult to figure out where the attack wave comes from. It just dies so fast. The Widow Mines combined with the Spire Mines and the Missile Turrets, they kill stuff so fast. Next attack wave comes up over here, and as you can see, these Spire Mines have no issues dealing with the attack wave. There we go, attack wave goes down, and we'll try and see where the next attack wave comes up from. Next attack wave over here. And mag mines come down, and they have cleared up most of this attack wave. Raynor is moving his vultures into position again to put down some more Spire Mines, and Hand Horner puts down some more mag mines. Next attack wave on this side as well, same idea. Widow Mines combined with the mag mines, they deal a lot of damage. The only thing is the Phoenixes that tend to survive, but
this don't look
again,
good.
no big deal. We have a Hyperion that has worked its way here now, and it's going to try and clear this bonus objective. There should be enough DPS for this Hyperion to clear, as long as it's focusing down this main objective, the bonus objective. Next attack wave spawns over here, and as you can see, the amount of damage the Spire Mines have is just insane. The entire ground force goes down. The Phoenixes are not really much of a big deal. They do take out that Raven over there, but the Phoenixes can't attack the ground. This bot over here, because the bot is considered a ground target, so the bot's kind of okay. So the bots are now starting to work their way back towards the main base, and all the attack waves are held. I believe there's one more attack wave combined with like a big attack wave that'll go for your base. There's one harass wave and one attack wave. There is the attack wave, or sorry, there is the harass wave, That goes down, and Raynor is putting down his Spire Mines over here. As you can see, Space Station reallocation, Spire Mines instantly deletes the ground force of this attack wave, and this explosions will clear up whatever's left. We have a few hybrids that are left over, and those will be cleaned up. We have a bunch of Phoenixes over here that are harassing these Assault Galleons, but at this point the mission is essentially done. Another bunch of Mag Mines go down, and they take out most of the Phoenixes. Missile turrets will clean up whatever is left, and essentially that is the end of the game. This bot is going to work its way back. Sometimes what you can do is, if you want, you can actually let this bot die, and it'll end the mission a little bit faster, because as you can see, this bot is going to go in, and the mission will end at 2:04, 2:05, instead of when the mission would end normally. Siege tanks parading through back through to the start of the mission, and I believe they're just going to siege up over here through a large demonstration of strength against Amon. Assault Galleons just going to be parked over here. How many units lost, Deb? Actually, not that many units lost for Raynor. Lots of Widow Mines and Reapers lost for Han Horner, but that's kind of a given. Their units are pretty much paper. And that is GG.